friends, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, Eclectic Kristen and Hearth and Soul had collaborated a few weeks ago to do a, what did they call it? A Christmas Q&A tag. So they each came up with 10 questions, and so that's quite a few to answer 20 questions in one video. And I like to talk, so it'll take me a bit, so I'll get started right away. But I'm gonna link both of their channels down below. I think they're both amazing. I'm more familiar with Kristen's channel than I am with Shawn over at Hearth and Soul. But I will link both of their channels. Go check them out, send them some love, and without further ado, let me get into this video because there are 20 questions. Okay. Now, question number 1 is, when do I start Christmas decorating? And usually I do it the second weekend in November because I do, you know, quite a few rooms in my house, plus I do a little bit outside. I want to really enjoy the time and energy it takes to decorate. So that's when I typically start or do all my Christmas decorating. Question number 2, what is your Christmas decor style? Now, I've kind of gone through the last few years trying to figure that out because when I first started decorating, I used like reds and greens, and I loved to do that. And as time has kind of gone on over, especially the last couple years, I've gone more into kind of winter wonderland, and then also adding some woodland characters and then glitter. So I was trying to kind of figure out what is my style. And then one of my lovely friends and followers here on my social media and whatnot came up with the idea of Aspen chic, and that really resonates within me because I feel like that's exactly what my decorating style is. Cozy, warm, with a bit of glam, and there you go. Now, question 3 is, do I host Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, or New Year's Day? Now, it's usually either Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. Now, we alternate with my husband's family, and we take turns. So this year, I think we're hosting Christmas Day, so I'll have, you know, the traditional turkey and all the trimmings that go along with that. Where last year we went to his brother's for Christmas Day. But on Christmas Eve, I always will have, you know, appetizers and things like that if we're whether we're hosting or not. Now, sometimes we will go to his brother's on Christmas Eve, and I won't do that. And then maybe I'll make appetizers on Christmas Day, but I try to keep that flexible. So it does alternate. I don't do anything for New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, anything like that, because my birthday is December 30th. So it's more like I'm working. And there you go. Question 4, have you ever had a white Christmas? Yes, where I live, we get snow for Christmas. Now, sometimes we've had a brown Christmas. Most times there will be snow that falls. We have quite a bit of snow now. Sometimes it melts, sometimes it's cold. It just really depends. We get the 4 seasons throughout the year, but generally we do have snow on Christmas Day, and this is where I live, and so I'm used to having snow for pretty much 8 months out of the year, which sometimes, most times, I'm ready not to have snow because we tend to start getting snow in September, and sometimes it can go through till May. So that we have very few months of warm weather where I live. Question 5, can you name the 7 reindeer? I can, but I have to think of the song. You know, Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen, and then Rudolph. So there's actually 9 reindeer, if I'm doing that right. So I know the question says 7, but if I'm doing it right, there's 9. So, but I always have to do that. You know, Dasher and Dancer. Yeah, am I the only one that has to actually sing the song to think of what the reindeer are? Question 6, how many Christmas trees do you have? I actually have one traditional fake tree. I'll call that traditional. And then I have 2 more modern style trees. Now, I guess I call them Christmas trees, but maybe you don't consider that because one's a tinsel tree and one's a wood type of light up tree. So I would say I have 3. Question 7, do you decorate inside and out? Yes, I do. I don't do a lot outside. However, this year I have a tall planter and I also have a tall lantern that I got in the spring from HomeSense. So it gives me an opportunity to decorate seasonally now. I always have put a wreath on my front door, and then in previous years I've put 2 light up trees that I plug in on either side of the door, and that's what I've been doing. But this year, because I have the 2 tall items, I've decided to incorporate seasonal decor in that. And if you watched my home tour for Christmas this year, you will see how I went about doing that. Plus, if you go to Instagram, you will see photos of how I've gone to incorporate decor outside this year, and I absolutely love how it turned out. But the majority of my decorating is done inside, and again, check out my home tour. You will see all that I did this year, and that's the majority of what I like to do, is upstairs and down. Question 8, gift wrap or gift bags? I have touched on this question in the past. I absolutely dislike wrapping presents. I don't like it. I love gift bags. Now, I will make exceptions for certain things if they don't really fit in a bag, or if it's something maybe really, really, really special that I want to have that person actually open up a present, and then I will do that. But I actually really don't like wrapping gifts, and I'm terrible at it because I don't want to spend time. It hurts my back, to be perfectly honest, to stand. I have a chronic back injury, so it just makes it really uncomfortable. I used to really enjoy it and turn on the Christmas music. Now it's like I want to make it as easy as possible, and I reuse gift bags. I don't know. It's just nice to be able to throw stuff in. Here you go, and you're done. It just takes so much less time and energy, and I just can't be bothered, to be perfectly honest. Question 9, do you buy new Christmas decor every year? I do. I tell myself every year I'm not going to, and then I end up buying more and more decor. And basically, I've been trying to build up my Christmas decor of what style I have now. I have bins and bins that I need to go through that have red and green decor that I'm not using. And I keep telling myself I'm going to go through that, but it's very daunting. And the last 2 years I've been saying I need to do this because I'm not even utilizing any of those colors in my decor. So last year and this year, I really say what my decor style is, and I've really zeroed in and honed in on what I like to decorate with. So I'm really pleased with what I have, but I do like to get some new pieces every year. There's so much cute stuff. I can't seem to help it. Question 10, do you use a star angel or something else as a tree topper? Now, previously for 20 some years, when I was decorating with red and silver, I was using this red Santa that I had the furry, fuzzy beard, and I got that at Walmart, and I had used that for 20 plus years. But then I decided to change to an acrylic type star that I found, I think at Canadian Tire, or maybe it was Walmart, I can't remember, but I had changed to that. I've never put an angel or anything, but I have used both of those, and depending on what, I'm looking at. Question 11, my favorite Christmas carol. I have to be honest, my favorite Christmas carol, I have 2, but my favorite one is Feliz Navidad, but by a specific artist, a group called Boney M. I grew up with that. My mom loved Boney M. If you're familiar with them, the way they sing that song is just amazing. It just makes me feel so happy, so good, so festive. And if you don't know that song, please go on YouTube. I'm sure it's on there and you can find the way they sing it. It's amazing. My other song is Holly Jolly Christmas by Burl Ives, is it? From the Rudolph, claymation movie that's put on and has been around for many years. Question 12, favorite holiday movie. Now, my absolute favorite holiday movie is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the claymation one. That is from, I think, the 60s. I grew up with that. We didn't have cable. There was no such thing as satellite, nothing like that. So it was always shown. We had 3 stations because my mom didn't believe in getting cable. So that always came on every Christmas time along with Frosty the Snowman. So pickings were pretty slim. So I love that movie. I just love it. Everything about it. People laugh at me because when I tell them that's my favorite movie to watch, I just, everything about the way that movie is, it just brings so many good memories growing up and watching that movie. I also really adore Elf. I love that movie. I just think Will Ferrell is perfect as Buddy the Elf, and those two really make me happy during the holiday season. Question 13 is favorite holiday tradition. Now, for many years, it was going to my mom's on Christmas Eve, this or that. And over the last 10 years with her being gone, I've kind of figured out what it is that I like to do to make my own Christmas tradition, and that has become, I usually work Christmas Eve, so I have to make it as easy as possible. But what I decided to do, and what I have been doing for many years now, is I go buy a bunch of appetizers, usually from M&M Meats or even from Walmart. They have a really good selection of frozen appetizers, and I will cook a whole bunch of that, and we just sit down. If we're home Christmas Eve, then I will cook all of that and just enjoy and just chill and watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or Elf or both. And then I have leftovers for Christmas during the day itself, and then usually for Boxing Day, because I like to have a lot of appetizers. And then I will make a ham and cheese spread, which I got that recipe from Derek's mom that I've incorporated and changed it a little bit to accommodate how I like to make it. And I just really like to eat. So as you can tell, I love my food. So that's kind of something I really enjoy. I just like it really chill. And if it's just Derek and I, then we will just chill, eat appetizers, and watch Christmas movies. That's kind of my favorite thing to do. Question 14, eggnog and question mark. I'll just say no. No and no, something about it I don't like. However, I like to buy eggnog and make eggnog milkshakes or smoothies with frozen yogurt, and even putting a little banana in there, frozen banana, and fresh nutmeg. I don't know, I can tend to drink it like that because it's mixed up with the frozen vanilla yogurt, and I love that as that drink. But just to drink it by itself, just something about it, no, I do not like it. Question 15, fruitcake, question mark. I will just say no, no, no. I've had fruitcake. I don't like it. I'm not a big dried fruit fan. I do like raisins, but fruitcake, if you've had it, it's so dense, so heavy, and it's gross. I'm sorry, I don't like it. Question 16, favorite fragrance around the holidays. I have to say Christmas baking is my favorite. If that's even a fragrance, I don't think it really is. I love when you are Christmas baking and you have the scent of like cinnamon or chocolate or whatever it is. It just smells divine, and your whole house is just warm and cozy with the scent of Christmas and the Christmas baking. If I were to pick a scent, Bath and Body Works, I absolutely love hot cocoa and cream. That is a wallflower, and a candle is absolutely an amazing scent. It definitely screams holidays and Christmas time, and it's just amazing, amazing, amazing. Question 17, age you stop believing in Santa. Well, I'm going to be 47 next month, and I still believe in Santa. Question 18, real tree or artificial? I have an artificial tree. I'm not big into the real trees. I love the look of it. I love the smell of it. However, to make sure you're keeping it fresh and watered is a lot of work, and then the needles fall off. It's a mess. I grew up with some real trees. My mom, we would get that, and it was just then pine needles would hang around. She didn't water the tree, and then it got so dry. I can't be bothered, and I've had the same artificial tree. It's probably, what am I now? I got it when I was like 22. So I've had the same artificial tree. It's like a 6 foot, and it's still going really strong. In the box, it's still in the original box, although the box is kind of tattered, but it's still hanging in there. So I don't know, it's just really nice to have an artificial tree you can bring out every year and fluff it up, change it, make it how you want. Fantastic. Now, I don't put my tree up. I haven't last year, and this year I didn't because of my back injury and dealing with that all the time. So we don't have kids, so I'm okay with that. So I've just started incorporating the light up wooden tree that I got last year, and then I bought a tinsel, I think it's a 6 foot tinsel silver tree from Michael's. I used a 50% off coupon for that a couple years ago. So those are the 2 trees I'm using. I love the look of a tree decorated, but to actually put it together, I just don't have time. I don't have the energy, and my back just can't do it. So I focus solely on decorating my house instead. Question 19, white lights or colored? I love the look of white, crisp white lights. That's my preference. I've gravitated and changed over the years. I used to love multicolored lights with the red and the green, but over the last couple years, when my decor style was changing, it's now based solely on white lights. I like the soft light, but now I've been really enjoying the cool bright light. I don't know, something about that is just so beautiful, and because we get snow, it just looks gorgeous. And if you decorate with white and silver like I do, I just think that bright cool light looks fantastic and contrasts really, really nice. And question 20, which is the last one, how long do you keep your decorations up after the holidays? I will keep mine up through until New Year's Day. I'm always off New Year's Day, so I take it down there. And so I keep my decor up until the first week after Christmas. You know, when you spend a lot of hours putting up your decorations and the time and energy it takes to do all that, I want to enjoy it. So by the time New Year's comes, I'm ready to take it down. It always seems a little sad, like once the decorations are down, it seems so empty, but I'm actually ready to start the new year and just to kind of get back into normality, if I want to call it that, back into my normal decor. However, you know, non-seasonal, I guess you could say, because I've spent from September through to the end of December with fall through till Christmas holiday decor. So that's when I like to take mine down. I just really like to just enjoy it and just see how pretty it is. You know, I've spent the time and energy doing it, so why not enjoy it by keeping it up. So guys, that was the Q&A, Christmas Q&A tag that Eclectic Kristen and Hearth and Soul came up with. So again, please check out their channels. They're lovely, lovely people that do amazing content on over on their channel. So please check them out. And I'm really glad that I was able to, you know, they had this as an open invite, and I was really glad to, you know, share these questions with you. I'll leave them below in the description box, all 20, and they said it's open. So if it's something that you want to do, be sure that you do, and that you let them know that you're doing it as well. And I really hope that you enjoyed getting to know a little bit more about me. I have done previous Q&As like this in the past for Christmas, but you know, it's always nice as I have new viewers or new subscribers that may not have watched those videos, and then you get to learn a little bit more about my favorite holiday, that is Christmas, and everything to do with that. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Happy holidays. Bye.